begin by coming to the present moment, listening to our Tibetan bowl. I'll ring it 3 times, focusing on the vibrations. One hand on the heart, the other under the abdomen. Begin to breathe deeply in through the nose, out through the mouth. About 5 deep breaths here. Let's take the last deep inhale and exhale. And begin by giving our face a gentle massage around the temple area, cheekbone area. Searching around for those points of tension. Trying to massage it out. Jawbone. Under the ears, circle down the sides of the neck. Feeling around the neck area for any points of tension. Trying to massage it out. And then reach behind and just squeeze your neck and your shoulders. And then release. Give your arms a shake. Dropping the chin to the chest, roll the head to one side. And the other side. One more time on each side. Coming to center, open the chest up, roll your shoulders back and down, drop the head back. Come to center, interlace the fingers behind the head, draw your chin into your chest. And then coming to center, we're gonna roll our shoulders, squeezing the shoulder blades together. And then the other way. Then let's draw one arm across our chest and circle our hand. And then change direction. Give that a shake, and the other side. And change direction. And give it a shake. Grasp an elbow and draw it over. And the other side. Stretch both arms out. Make a fist with your hands and just circle your hands in the fist form. And then change direction. Give that all a shake. Place a hand to the head. Draw the ear to the shoulder. And the other side. And then taking a deep breath in, stretch one arm up. Exhale as you find a good place to plant that hand. Bring the other hand outside of your knee. Deep breath here, in through the nose. Exhale everything. And then squeeze and twist. You're still breathing, but you're breathing very shallowly. Detoxifying those internal organs. And then slowly and carefully unwind. Take that deep breath in, stretch up, exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come to center. And the other side, taking deep breath in, exhale. Hand outside of knee, deep breath here. Exhale everything. keeping your back nice and straight. Squeeze and twist, looking over the shoulder. Feeling your internal organs being squeezed out like a sponge, squeezing out the dirty water. And then slowly and carefully unwind. Taking that deep breath in, stretch up. Exhale, fold forward. And then come to center. So we're going to do a hip stretch. So take one of the legs and that foot, bring it over and outside of your knee if you can get it that far. If you can't get it that far, wherever you can will be good. And then wrap your arms around the knee and hug it in so that you're feeling the pull in your hip. And release. And the other side. So hooking the foot outside of the knee. Wrapping your arms around your knee, pulling it in, feeling the stretch right there. Good, release. And then we're just going to stretch one hand out to the side, the other toward the sky. And the other side. And then come to center, give it a shake. We're gonna work our back out now, so come into your tabletop. And taking a deep breath in, drop the belly, raise the head for your cow. Exhale, arch the back, tuck the chin in for cat. Inhale, dropping the belly, raising the head, back to cow. Exhale, back to cat. Inhale, last cow. Exhale, last cat. And then coming back to your tabletop, we're going to bring your knees together and then give a sway side to side. One more time on each side. Coming to center, we're going to just drop the chest with our arms straight. We're going to roll our whole chest, so pushing forward, coming up. Dropping the chest, forward, coming up, and one more time, really squeezing those shoulder blades together. And then come to your tabletop. Now, not everybody can do this posture, but if you can, give it a try. Take your hands and place them one hand length further up your mat. And then lift your feet off the mat and drop the hips. And then push the shoulders back. And then come back to your tabletop. So if anything doesn't work for you, don't try to push yourself to do it. Know your own injuries in your own body. Okay, so now we're going to practice our balance. So extend one leg, pull your tummy in tight, point the toes, extend the opposite arm. So we want to engage your whole body here. And then flex the foot and push the heel back. Then come in and we'll do a simple child's pose. Coming back up, we'll work on the other side. So extend the opposite leg, Opposite arm, pull the tummy in nice and tight, engaging the whole body. And then flex your foot and push your heel back. And then coming back to your tabletop, we're going to come into our wide knee child's pose. So opening up the knees, sitting back on your heels, your toes, your big toes can touch each other. Stretch those arms up, stretch your fingers wide, place your forehead to your mat. If you can do it, if you can't, just stretch your lengthen your back and head out as far as it will go. And then envision drawing the beautiful earth energy in through the palms, in through your forehead, which we also call our third eye, and rippling through our body until it reaches our toes. And then you can give your toes a little bit of a wiggle. And then coming back up to your tabletop, we're going to tuck the toes, raise the hips up, coming into our downward facing dog, and pedal here. Pause and push both heels down to the mat. Bring the chin into the chest. Release your head, give it a shake, look forward. You can walk up to the top of your mat or you can hop up to the top of your mat. And then take a deep breath in. Stretch the arms all the way up, bringing them to prayer, to heart center, to mountain pose. Lift your toes up and clamp them to the mat. Envision drawing the beautiful earth energy in through the feet, up through the legs, tucking in your tailbone, sucking in your abs. Pick your shoulders and roll them back and down away from the neck. Fingers spread open wide. And envision shooting that beautiful energy down your arms, out through your fingertips, back towards the earth. You can wiggle your fingers there. And then give it a shake and a twist. So opening up the legs to give you good balance. I like my legs to be a little bit further than hip distance apart or hip circles. Put a bend in the knees. Your hands can be to your hips, and let's do our big hip circles here. And then we're going to change direction. And then you can come up to center. Extend one leg to the side and circle. And then change direction. Pointing the toes. And draw it in and twist. And the other side. 3 times. And change direction. And draw it in and twist it. Extend one leg, pointing the toes and flexing. Point, flex, point, flex. One more time. Point, flex, and circle the foot. And then change direction. Draw it in and twist it. Other side, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex. Last time, point, flex, and circle. And then change direction. And bring it in and twist it. Opening up the chest. You can begin to circle the arms, getting bigger and bigger. And then smaller and smaller. And pause and stretch. And the other way. Being careful if you have any shoulder injuries. A lot of people have shoulder injuries. Smaller and smaller, pause and stretch. And give those arms a shake. Give yourself a twist. Okay, so we're going to do our Super Brain Yoga. Super Brain Yoga has a lot of information on the internet about it. It tells you how it connects your right and your left brain, which helps our memory with all the twisting that we do in it. So take your left arm, cross over your chest, grasp your earlobe. Take your right arm, cross over, grasp your earlobe, so your thumbnail should be pointing forward while you're kind of gently pressing your earlobes. Place your tongue to the roof of your mouth. Keep it there the whole time. And then we'll come into chair pose 15 times. So they say to do this every day to help keep your memory sharp. So when we come into chair pose, making sure that the knees are not over the toes, but rather the bum sticking back. Susan has joined us. She has knee problems. I do too, but I'm not as bad as her. If your knees are really giving you trouble, then don't come into the chair pose. Rather, lift one leg at a time as I count. So let's go. 15 times. Keep that tongue to the roof of your mouth behind your teeth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and last one, 15. And then release. Give your arms a shake and you can twist. So I think last week I taught you the very simple brain yoga, so another memory working yoga. Place your hands at heart center. Spread your fingers open wide. So this is good if you have somebody who's bedridden, they can at least do some memory work here. So slide your fingers so that you can interlace and squeeze your hands, and then open your fingers, slide the other way, interlace your fingers and squeeze. Open, slide back, interlace and squeeze. Open, slide the other way, interlace and squeeze. And now we're going to try it a little faster. So open, slide, squeeze, open, slide, squeeze, open, slide, squeeze. Last time, open, slide, squeeze. And give that a shake. So we're going to work on our sun salutation. So if you can come to the top of your mat. If you have a chair, a stool, a block, I'm hoping to do half moon today. So you could use, I have a chair, I also have a stool, I also have a block. If you don't, when we come into the half moon, you just reach down to the floor. But it's a little bit easier if you have a chair or something to put your hand on. So coming to the top of your mat. Also, it's handy if you come to class with a little towel folded for your knees when we do something on our knees. So at the top of our mat, we'll begin with our hands to heart center. Take a deep breath here in through the nose, out through the mouth. Now take a deep breath in, stretch the arms all the way up. Exhale and fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Now you can have a bend in your knees. They don't have to be perfectly straight. Exhaling, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. One more time. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. This time, exhale, fold forward and stretch your arms all the way up. And then fold forward on the exhale, bringing your hands to the mat. Stretch one leg back and the other leg back. So you're in your high plank. Swivel your elbows so the inside faces forward. Take a breath in, shift forward, chaturanga down. Come up to either your low cobra. If you're in the low cobra, no pressure on the hands. All the pressure's on your sternum. Or your high cobra, it's up to you. Shoulders back. Or your upward facing dog, which would be the knees off the ground. And then tucking the toes, raising the hips, coming into your down dog. Pull your tummy in nice and tight and pedal here. Pause and push the heels down to the mat. Bring your chin into the chest. Release the head. Now open your feet up so that they're as wide as your mat. And take your right hand and see if you can stretch it towards your left leg. If you can grab that, that would be good. If you can only reach up here, that's fine, wherever. And then the other side. And then coming back into your downward facing dog, bringing your legs together. Take a deep breath in, raise your right leg up. And then take that giant step forward. Okay, I'm just going to review for you what I was telling you guys last week. If your foot lands back here, it's not far enough, you can just take your hand and help your foot to come forward. Another way to get your leg further forward is to come up on the ball of your foot. And that gives you a little more height to swing that leg forward. And then just sort of into more forward. Then come up into your warrior one. So for your warrior one, back foot 45-degree angle. You want the ankle under your knee. Shift your hips forward. Stretch the arms up. Lift your toes up and clamp them to the mat. Envision drawing beautiful earth energy in through the feet, up through the core, shooting it out through your fingertips to the universe. And now interlace your fingers with your 4 fingers pointing up and just give a tilt backwards. Come back to warrior one with your arms open. Swing the arms back. Catch your elbows at the back. Or you could even make a prayer at the back with your hands. Prayer position with your hands. Straighten out your front leg. Take a deep breath here in through the nose. Exhale, fold forward. And drop the head. Allow the gravity to pull the head lower. Keep your head loose. Slowly come up. Put a bend in your knee if your knee can handle it. If not, keep your legs straight. Coming back into warrior one. Now open into warrior two. So you're changing the angle of the back foot so it's parallel to the back of the mat. Knee is over ankle if your knee can handle it. If not, keep your legs straight. Gaze over your front fingertips. Lift the toes up. Clamp them to the mat. Draw that earth energy in through the feet, up through the core. Tucking in the tailbone. Take the shoulders, roll them back and down away from the neck. And then flip your front palm and draw it up for your reverse warrior. Some people like to even take this hand and bring it around and wrap it around the leg. You can do that too for extra stretch. So that my hand is actually kind of grabbing my front thigh. And then come back to your warrior two, straighten up. Take a deep breath here, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Shift forward, come into your triangle pose. Sink a little deeper into the pose. At the waist, pivot, coming into your airplane pose. Continue to pivot so that you're in your revolved triangle pose. Come back to airplane. Come back to triangle. Sink a little deeper in your triangle. Hold it there. Flip your front palm, draw it up for reverse triangle. And then we're going to cartwheel our arms down to the mat, turning our back foot so that we're getting ready to come into our high plank. Swiveling your elbows so the inside faces forward. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga down. Inhale, small cobra, full cobra, or up dog with the knees off the ground. Tuck toes, down dog. Pedal here. Pause, push both heels down to the mat, bring the chin into the chest. Release your head, give it a shake. Take a deep breath in. Stretch the other leg up. Bending, pushing up the ball of the back foot so that you can really swing that leg forward. When you're ready and steady, come up to warrior one. Back foot 45-degree angle, hips shifted forward, arms up, stretch, lift the toes up, clamp it to the mat, draw the earth energy in through the feet, up to the core. Envision shooting that energy out through your fingertips to the universe. And now interlace your fingers, 4 fingers up, and just give a bow backwards a little bit. Coming back to warrior one, arms, swing them back. You can either bring your palms to a prayer or touch your elbows. Straighten up your front leg. Take a deep breath here in through the nose, out through the mouth, folding forward. Sink into it. Keep your head loose, and then slowly and carefully come up. Coming back into warrior one, putting that bend back in the knee. And then we're going to open into warrior two, changing the angle of the back foot. So it's parallel to the back of the mat. Gaze over your front fingertips. Lift the toes up, clamp them to the mat. Draw the earth energy in through the feet, up to the core. Roll your shoulders back and down away from the neck. Flip your front palm, come into your reverse warrior. If you would like, take the other arm, wrap it around your back. See if you can grab your upper thigh for an added stretch. It's up to you. You don't have to do that. And then come back, straighten up. Let's take a deep breath here. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Shift forward, come into triangle pose. Sinking into it. At the waist, pivot. Continue to pivot into your revolved triangle. Come back to your airplane. Come back to your triangle, sinking into it. Flip your front palm, draw it up for reverse triangle. And then Come forward, give it a shake and a twist. So we're going to practice our balance now with using the block. If you don't have a block or books or something, you just reach down to the floor. So I like to use my block at the medium height. Some people, it depends on the length of your arms. Guys don't need the block at all because their arms are really so long. So it can be at the lower level, medium level, or higher level. So I usually switch to the higher level when I come into half moon down, but probably not all of you will do half moon down anyway. So we're going to stand in our mountain pose. Take a deep breath here in through the nose, out through the mouth. Reach for your block with your right hand or the floor with your right hand or your chair. Step your left leg back. Now you can remain right there, or you can raise your leg, or you can flex the foot and stretch the arm out. If you're doing this, it's the full half moon, so it's possible to do without the block, but it's handier with the block or stool. Now stay right there, wherever you are. If any of you want to try half moon bound, I flip my block to the higher level. Bring the knee into the chest. I catch the outside of my foot. I kick back, and then I pull my shoulder back. So that's half moon bound. So it doesn't matter, you don't have to do this pose. This is a little bit more advanced. But you're creating a bow and arrow effect here. And then bring it in. And you really need to shake it out and twist it out. We'll take a little bit of a break here. So let's just do some deep breathing. Take a deep breath in, stretch your arm up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, stretch your arms all the way up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come to mountain pose. Let's do the other side. So you're in your mountain pose. You can step your right leg back. You can actually hold it right here if you like, or stretch down and raise that foot up. You can hold it right there if you like, or you can take it to the next level, bringing the leg right up and stretching to the sky and flexing the back foot. That's your full half moon. Or if you would like to try half moon bound, you can draw that knee in, kick back, pull the shoulder back. So wherever you are, see if you can balance there. And remember, your balance gets better and better the more you practice yoga. And then come in. Also, don't get discouraged if one day is your balance is better than the other day. Some days our balance is just better than other days. Okay. And remember, I didn't start any balancing until balancing yoga until I turned 50, which was 3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago. So I did sun salutation all my life, but not the balancing poses. So when I started at 50 to do tree pose, it was terrible. But I got better and better, and so I know for sure you can get better and better. Doesn't matter your age. So we're going to go into tree pose now. So taking a deep breath in, stretch the arms all the way up. Bring the arms down. Catch one of your legs, doesn't matter which one. I like to catch the one that's least dominant, which is my left. Slide the foot in. Now you can remain right here for your tree pose with your feet like that, or you can raise it to your calf, or skip the knee, tuck it in to the thigh. Or if you want to try something different and more of a challenge, you can bring it to a lotus position, a half lotus position. If it's in half lotus, you can keep your hand on your foot, or you can grow your branches. So you can all grow your branches once you find your balance, no matter where you are. You can make a mudra with the fingers or with the hands, either to heart center or up high. Finding that point to stare at. That helps you keep your balance. And then release the arms. Give it a shake and a twist. So the other side. Deep breath in, stretch the arms up. Bringing the arms down. Catch the other leg, bring it out to the side. So the reason I'm wearing shorts today is my foot sticks better on my leg, or I'm doing half lotus. So either keep your foot there or to your calf, skip the knee. We don't want to add pressure to the knee. Your foot could be in your inner thigh, or if you want to attempt the half lotus, you can. Once you've found your balance, grow your branches. You can make a mudra if you like with your fingers, or a heart center, or up high. And then bring them down. Give it a shake and a twist. We have time. Okay, moon salutation. Taking a deep breath in, stretch up, catch one wrist, draw it over to the side, look to the sky for your crescent moon. Come to center, deep breath in, stretch up, catch the other wrist, draw it over, look up. Come to center, open into your star, open up your legs, lift the toes up, clamp into the mat, draw that earth energy in through the feet, up through the core, tuck in the tailbone, suck in the abs, roll your shoulders back and down, close your eyes and envision giving the universe a great big hug. And then flip your palms, drop your head back, envision floating up to the sky. And then drop your arms, catch them behind your back, interlacing your fingers, drawing your hands down, opening the chest to drop your head back. Come to center. Take a deep breath here in through the nose, out through the mouth, folding forward, drawing the arms up. Keep your head loose, give it a shake, sink into it. Release the hands, take one hand, bring it outside of the opposite ankle, the other hand up to the sky. If you can look to the sky, do so. If not, wherever your head will go. And then the other side. And then come to center, grab the elbows, drop the head, and give a sway side to side, allowing the gravity to pull your head closer to the earth. Getting a little lower. Pausing in the center, take a deep breath in, stretch the arms all the way up to prayer, to heart center. Opening up into your goddess, palms can face each other or face forward, whatever you prefer. Opening up your feet, sinking into goddess, lifting the toes up, clamping them to the mat, drawing in the earth energy in, up, tucking in the tail, sucking in the abs. Rolling your shoulders back and down away from the neck. Bringing your hands to prayer. Heel toe in. Now it comes in handy if you have a stool to sit on or a block, or you can just come down. I don't use anything. Push your elbows against your knees. If this is too difficult for you, come right down into cobbler's pose. Soles touching straight back, and then we lean forward. So whichever stretch is better for you. It's a hip opener either way. And then if you happen to have a little folded towel, you can have that handy for your knee and place one knee on your towel. If not, I've only just started using a towel. My knees are just getting worse as I get older. Stretch the other leg out. And when you're ready, flip that foot up and draw the toes towards your body so that you're feeling the stretch the whole length of the leg. And then we'll do the other side. So take your little towel, rest your knee on that, stretch the other leg out. And when you're ready, flip that foot up, draw the toes toward the body. And then bring it in. So we're gonna do some other poses here. If you stick with me to the end, I'm gonna tell you my website. You can go to my website, grab my email from the website, and you can send me a note saying whatever, maybe you prefer me to do a certain position or change the times of my classes. So you can send that email to me. So I'll give you that information at the end. Let's come down to our back. Well, let's start with our staff position first. If you have a strap or anything that can act as a strap, that can help give you a lower bend. So if you've got that strap, stretch it out, take a deep breath in, exhale, fold forward, wrap your strap, walking your hands towards your feet. Try and keep your back as straight as you can. When you, if you don't have a strap, you're gonna like grab your ankles or the soles of your feet, whatever you can reach, but trying to keep your back more straight rather than round. And then release. I'm gonna do an upright seated twist here. So bend your right leg, and then place that right foot outside of your left knee. And the instructions here are a little complicated. I know it's hard to see. See if you can follow me. Now take your opposite arm, stretch up, take a breath in, and then hook that elbow outside of your knee. Take your other hand and place it so that it will give you good support, straightening up the back. Taking a deep breath here in through the nose. Exhale everything. Now squeeze and twist and look over your shoulder. So once again, you can still be breathing here. And then release. Slowly. Take a deep breath in, stretch up, exhale, fold forward. And come back up. So we're going to try that on the other side. So we're in our staff pose, bend up the left leg. Place the left foot outside of your right knee. Take your opposite arm, which is your right arm, stretch it up. The other hand, adjust it so that it will give you good support. Nice straight back here. Exhaling and hook that elbow. Now you can have your arms straight if you prefer. Some people prefer to have their arms straight. Taking a deep breath here. Exhale everything. And then slowly and carefully twist, looking over your shoulder. Taking it as far as you can without injuring yourself. Feeling the squeezing in your internal organs. And then slowly and carefully unwind. Stretch up, breathing in, exhale, pull forward. Coming to our back, let's give ourselves a full body stretch first. And we're going to do what we call thread the needle here. So bending the legs, take your right foot and rest it in the flexed position on top of your left knee. So that's right foot on top of your left knee. Then take your right hand and put it through the eye of the needle or the hole. Catch your other hand, interlace your fingers, and then pull that thigh toward you. Use your right elbow to push your right thigh away from you. So you're pulling on one side and you're pushing on the other side. You can flex your back foot if you like. Now tilt to the left about 1.5 inches or until you feel the sciatica nerve being pulled. So that's in this area. Holding it there, feeling that pull. And then you can give a full body stretch here. Let's do the other side. So bending the knees. Place your left foot on top of your right knee in a flexed position. Left arm stretches through the eye of the needle. Interlace the fingers. You can flex your foot, draw your thigh in with your hands and use your elbow to push your other thigh, your left thigh, away from your body. And then tilt to the right, 1 inch, 1.5 inches, or wherever you feel that pull. Holding it there. And then release. We're going to do some ab work this morning. So taking the palms of your hands, place them under your hips and your glutes for support. Bring your legs up. And you might want to adjust your hands so that they're going to really support you. We're going to lower for a count of 5, and then we're going to scissors our legs. So you're hovering above the ground. It's not lowering it all the way to the ground. So lower 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hovering. And now scissors your legs. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Draw the knees in. And you can rock side to side. So we're going to do that again, but this time we're going to pulse our legs up and down instead of scissors. So raising the legs up, lower 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hover, and now pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and draw the knees in, and just give a gentle rock side to side. So this time we're going to flutter kick our legs instead of pulsing. Raising the legs up, lower, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hovering, and now flutter. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and draw the knees in. And just rock it side to side. And one more time. This time we're just going to open and close our legs. So raising the legs up, lower, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now open and close. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and draw the knees in and rock it out. Now we're going to come into our laughing baby pose to counter all of that. So bringing the soles so that the soles of your feet are parallel to the floor. You can bring your hands outside of your feet. Some people prefer to bring it inside of the feet. And then draw the legs straight down. And then we're going to, so that your legs are vertical. And then just rock side to side. So this is your laughing baby pose. And release. Stretch the arms up. Point the toes. Come up to your staff pose. Place your hands on either side of your hips. And we're going to rock up for a reverse tabletop. So you can have your feet flexed and then just rock to the soles of your feet. Raise the hips up, drop the head back. This is your reverse tabletop. And then come back. Now we're going to do reverse upward facing plank. So for upward facing plank, we're going to take your hands and walk them back, a hand length back from where they were. Point the toes, raise the hips up, drop the head back. And then come down. Coming back to your back, we're going to get ready to end off the session. So having your knees bent, cross your leg over, or you can have your knees together, arms apart, and we're going to just either just bend your knees over, or you can do it in a cross-legged position, or you can interlace your legs and drop your knees like that. If you want added pressure, you can take your hand and place it on the knee or the thigh. Look to the opposite arm. Let you're feeling that stretch. And then release, full body stretch here. And the other side. So either your knees together, have your arms open, or you can have your knees crossed, or you can have your legs intertwined. Drop them, look to your other arm. You can place this hand on top of your thigh if you like, or keep it extended. And then coming to center, stretch the arms above you and then relax your arms on either side of you for a short Savasana of about 2 to 3 minutes here. Taking a deep breath in through your nose, exhaling any tension that might be in your body. Take a deep breath in, envision breathing in the love of the universe. Exhale your own loving and peaceful vibrations to the world and the universe. Feel your arms and legs melting into the earth. Feel your shoulders melting into the earth. Feel the gravity of the earth pulling your body down towards the center of the earth. Envision my hands being rested on your shoulders and applying a little pressure to your shoulders. So just press your shoulders down into the mat for as long as you like, and then release that pressure. You can envision floating up to the sky. And we'll remain here for about 2 minutes. Starting with our Tinsha symbols and ending with our Tinsha symbols. You may begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Wiggle your hands and feet. Draw your knees into your chest, or you can remain where you are. You don't have to end it now. And then come to your side in a fetal position. And whenever you're ready, push up into your comfortably seated position. So thank you for joining me this morning. From my heart to yours, namaste.